What's going on here? Welcome back to another episode of Eastside Fly. I'm Eric G, and today we are going to be talking about the failure of an organization and front office known as the Baltimore Orioles in the year 2026. We're going to be talking about basically why this year feels like the last year that we had, where we had to sell at the deadline, miss the playoffs after coming off of two promising years in which we thought we could get things turned around as an organization, but it feels like we are regressing at a very heavy rate. I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why I believe that we are doing that, some of the issues, as well as what we can do moving forward to kind of prevent this from happening again. But the first thing I want to do is start out with a clip and come after Mike Elias, because this is how I feel about you as our uh, head of baseball operations. I think you are the village in this situation. And basically, as we hear this man speaking, if you haven't heard the clip already, you're going to hear it now. But this is kind of how I feel about the Orioles right now.
Say it take a village to raise a child, but what if the village is retarded? Would you think it's going?
Seems to me we got a pretty stupid village because we are doing the same thing and expecting the same results. Let's look at this team real quick. Let's look at the numbers of this team. This is the Baltimore Orioles right now. And let's just talk about how inconsistent they are and how it shows up in the numbers. You look at these batting averages, and nobody is hitting 300 until you get to one player who's hitting 304. You have one player that is hitting 300. Everybody else is nowhere near 300. So you basically have one consistent hitter. All right, well, let's look at the guys hitting in the 250s. You see Adley Rutschman. Okay, look, he's got 40 RBIs. That's great. Pete Alonso, he's got 56. Team leading. Jeremiah Jackson has 32. Okay, Gunnar Henderson might not be getting it done average-wise. He does have 39 RBIs. And Kobe Mayo in 66 games has 31. Taylor Ward, 22. Leody Taveras, he's got 30. Okay, Basayo with 36. And you're thinking, okay, maybe, this team should be okay. They seem to be getting RBIs, and then you flip to the ERAs of these guys, and you are realizing that you have to put up a lot of runs because the pitching is not necessarily the best. Your big splash guy that you got, which we'll talk about later, is got an ERA of 4.3. Kyle Bradish has been amazing. He's been a bright spot. Brandon Young as well. But these other guys have very high ERAs. Your ace the year before has a 5 ERA. That's a problem. If you're giving up, close to 5 runs every game, it doesn't matter if you're scoring 4 runs a game, because if you're giving up 5, you lose. Basic math. Oh, not to mention your closer that you got. Oh, he also has a 4.1 ERA as a closer, which is insane, and only 8 saves. Yes, he has been injured. That is still ridiculous. And to top it all off, you look at some of these guys here. Keegan Aiken has a 5.68 ERA, and I feel like I've seen him quite a lot. So you don't necessarily have a bullpen. You don't necessarily have starting pitching, and you don't have offense. What do you have? A bad team. That's what you have. I haven't even talked about the errors that have been coming up. I haven't even talked about the fact that there have been some little league plays occur that have cost us games. It is absolutely insane that the front office has not made any big changes. Every year, year in and year out, we do the exact same thing. Big splash. We get Pete Alonso, big bat. And he's been doing everything that we could want him to. He's got a fine average. He's got the most RBIs on the team and the most home runs on the team. He's doing everything that we needed him to do. Hell, he's got 2 stolen bases. That's more than Kobe Mayo. Double Kobe Mayo. So you get one big splash guy. You get another medium splash guy, but a guy in Taylor Ward that's been very consistent for you. You get Blaze Alexander. You get 3 of these pieces, but you do not get pitching. which has been the problem. Your big splash for pitching is a 4.3 ERA guy. We have plenty of those. We need more of those. We needed another ace. Because if you get one other guy that is just as good as Brandon Young or Kyle Bradish, it's a completely different team. Oh, your big star that you got to be your closer has a 4.1 ERA as a closer. His job is to not give up runs. And yet he's given up 4.1 and 9. You're looking at basically like every 2 saves, every 2 innings he comes in, he's going to be giving up a run. It's very confusing. You don't have many bullpen arms. You don't have much pitching. And yet every year Mike Elias and this front office does the same things. And what do? We hire coaches who do not know how to develop these young players. We do not need a player's coach. We do not need a guy to go pat a guy on the back and go, hey, great job, man. You hit that ball 110 miles an hour. Was it right at a guy? Absolutely. Could you have gone the other way and it gotten through? Absolutely. But I'm so proud of you that you hit that ball 110 miles an hour. Go pick your head up and go sit back on the dugout. We've had that, and it hasn't worked. When we were in this position last year, we're competing for a World Series, and you fired the manager when shit was going bad early on, and you immediately fired him, and we're in basically the same situation record-wise, and we haven't done a single thing. I get it. We're 3 back of the wild card, but y'all made that decision last year that you weren't going to deal with mediocre. We were going to turn it around this season. And we're in the same spot. So what did you do? It seems like you are stupid. It seems like this front office is dumb. It seems like everybody on Instagram could go into the comments and put what they would do with the team, and it would be better than what I am seeing from this front office. It's the same thing every damn year, man. Every year. They do the same things and expect a different result. You have to get pitching. You have to get a plethora of pitching. You have to get a coach that is going to develop young players. You need an older coach that can absolutely know what he is doing on the managerial side, as well as understand that they are young players and you need to develop them. Albanez is doing 2 things at once. He's trying to develop the players and manage, and he's doing a terrible job. He comes out there and speaks like it's just off the dome, and he has no idea what's happening. Like, Michael Elias is an idiot. That's what this feels like. It feels like he got lucky. You look at the stats of guys that he drafted. Why haven't they gotten better? I mean, Lord have mercy. Gunnar Henderson has regressed the most of any player. You see that number? He's batting 223. You look at guys like Kobe Mayo, who we put all of our eggs into. We could have had Kyle Stowers. He's hitting under 200. You look at guys like Jackson Holiday. He's hitting 200. Colton Cowser is hitting 227 and couldn't hit a breaking ball to save his life. We're not developing these people. We're not developing the players. I mean, it's like, oh, well, Adley Rutschman was a great pick, and Gunnar, they were doing great. Now they're regressing, and we're doing nothing about it. We do not care. You signed Tyler O'Neill to a 2-year deal, and he's hitting 184, man. Like, what do you mean? And to top it all off, you send down Jeremiah Jackson, who's hitting 251, to the minors. He's doing more than the people that you put all your eggs into. You drafted these guys based off of what? Analytics? They are not developing. This is a problem, and you need to find a solution, and you've done the same thing every year. You are an idiot. That is insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. You haven't got pitching. You haven't done what you needed to on the pitching side of things. You haven't done anything to develop your players, and you are expecting the team to be good. You're expecting to be buyers at the All-Star break. Yes. Is the entire AL dog shit this year? Absolutely. I mean, the Rays are taking advantage of it. They're beating up on teams. Same with the Yankees. The Rangers were in a wild card position. They're suddenly atop of their division. Like the White Sox. How is it that the White Sox are in a better position than the Orioles? You're doing the same thing over and over again, and it's infuriating as a fan. It's absolutely infuriating. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Um, I think that you could do a better job managing this team than what Elias has done. I think that it's absolutely ridiculous. But leave a comment down below. Um, Give me your thoughts and opinions. Have a blessed evening, day, night, whatever it is for you right now. Hopefully, we will see you in the next one. Much love. Peace.